ELA 3rd grade Tidbit. You may access this book creator resource through the bit.ly you see on the screen. Who's here to inspire greatness? We are. This week, a new text is introduced to students. More Than Anything Else by Marie Bradley. It's a fictionalized story about the life of young Booker T. Washington. Living in a West Virginia settlement after emancipation, 9-year-old Booker travels by lantern light to the salt works, where he labors from dawn to dusk. Although his stomach rumbles, his real hunger is in his intense desire to learn to read. Like the lesson that Booker T. Washington learned in this text, we too would like our students to learn that even when things are really hard and it feels like our goals are far away, learning to read is so important that it's worth sticking with. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Post this statement in the room to remind students to keep persevering and don't give up. Let's go, Team 3rd grade. For the week of October 7th through the 11th, we will be wrapping up Unit 2 with Lesson 12 and launching Unit 3 with Lessons 1 and 2. Get ready to journey from global adventures to personal triumphs. This week's lessons transition students from discussing about global literacy challenges in My Librarian is a Camel to exploring perseverance in More Than Anything Else, focusing on Booker T. Washington's struggle to learn to read. The shift emphasizes moving from group discussions to deeper individual analysis of figurative language and central messages, with collaborative activities to foster engagement and personal reflection. Be aware that while this book is set after the Civil War, the reasons for Booker's challenging conditions are as a result of his first year spent enslaved and challenges his family faced when the United States abolished slavery, which may be a sensitive issue for students who have a background of slavery in their family or culture. A time for silent reflection is provided after reading the book to give students time to process the connections they make with the story. Be aware that these connections may be personal and students are not required to share them. Students are not given any context before the read aloud. Instead, context is provided as they complete the recounting the story note catcher through an additional short text that will help students better understand the issues of access in this story. A few things you may need to prepare ahead of time. For Lesson 12, students participate in a whole class discussion around the Jigsaw Protocol. In Unit 3, Lessons 1 and 2, students will preview the end of Unit 3 assessment to understand the goals of this unit. Additional useful materials to preview and prepare are teacher reference resources to guide students through modeling and practice. There is a language dive in Lesson 2 that focuses around unpacking figurative language within the text. Because of the sensitive topics that surrounds the text and the lessons, it is very important to focus students on understanding the lesson-specific and text-specific vocabulary in these lessons. You will have 3 flex days to wrap up Unit 2 for all block this week. It is encouraged to keep the all block structure, 3 rotations, on all block flex days to maintain consistency. Suggestions for all block flex days ideas are linked here. Thank you for listening to this week's Tidbit. Until next time, as always, keep those capes ready and your powers sharp.